Hi and welcome to Business Nuggets, your quick business tips channel for busy business owners. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 most common staff compensation mistakes I've come across, both in my coaching practice and from the days when I ran a recruitment and headhunting practice. Mistake number 1. Temptation to cut costs by paying below your established level. Now let's look at an example. The business is a well-established business with a salary structure in place. Let's say for the particular position with a particular skill set and experience, the standard scale in this business is 4.5 to 5.5k. A candidate comes in for interview, matching or exceeding the exact criteria for the position. The interviewer then asks for the latest pay slip as per their procedure and discovered the candidate is only earning 3k. Now many businesses in this situation will more likely than not be tempted to offer 3.5 to 4k, justifying it as already a significant jump for the candidate, instead of following their own internal scale at minimum 4.5k. The gap is not created by difference in performance, ability, productivity or experience. It is created solely by what the candidate was earning in his previous job. The figures in this example are actually just for illustration. In reality, I've seen much bigger gaps, sometimes up to as big as 60%. So what happens if the candidate joins and eventually figure it out? They always do anyway, that they have been underpaid by their new employer. Such cost cutting is actually short-sighted, not worthy for staff morale and a costly mistake in the long run. Back when I was a headhunter advising my clients, my advice to them was, if they were to start lower than their actual internal skill, do it on probation only if they really want to, but give parity the moment the candidate is confirmed. Mistake number 2. Spending more to replace rather than to retain performers. The business has a key performing team members. Usually we are talking about key people like senior executives, team leaders, technical leads or sales leads who felt underpaid. Or he found out he was a victim of mistake number 1. Or was just given a great offer outside and is hoping the business will consider giving him an adjustment. The request is not entertained. The key team member leaves and the business recruits a replacement from outside, paying more and very often a lot more than what the staff who left asked for in the first place, with no guarantees of similar or better performance. This situation is slightly more complicated than the first because we have to evaluate the manner the staff asked for his raise. Now, did he behave inappropriately? Did he behave like he felt indispensable and holding the business to ransom? Is he becoming a negative influence on other staff in the business? Now, if he is none of the above, as in he is professional, his performance is not affected throughout, then the business is actually better off doing one of the following. Option 1. Recognize and praise his commitment and promise him an increase upon achieving certain performance criteria in the next 90 days and put that in writing. Set an achievable criteria. For example, he might already be doing some extra functions unofficially. Just make that official in 3 months. It is important for the criteria to be achievable and not designed to fail the staff as a way to deny his request. Now, what this achieves is, while you're giving him a raise, you are not seen as giving in to his demands as you put a performance condition on the raise and a future date. This sends a very important message that you are in charge, making the decisions, and is not held at ransom. Option number 2. Negotiate an increase which is less than the offer he got, if you can't think of an immediate to achieve list to put him on, which he is likely to accept unless he wants the challenge of proving himself in a new environment. The staff will rarely decline or lower increase, and he would not have approached you for a counter if what he wanted was a fresh challenge in a new environment. In the long run, this increase is a huge savings for the business, but often is a blind spot for many businesses, as they can't see this until the person left and the cost of replacement and integration become obvious down the line. Mistake number 3. Overpaying a candidate due to where the candidate is currently working, usually with a competitor or a much bigger business in the same industry. You are hoping to gain some valuable insights or customers from the competitor or the bigger business when you make such a decision. This move almost always doesn't work out if you do not take into consideration the cultural fit and whether the way you do things are the way things are done in the competitor or in the bigger business. In the case of the bigger business, you also have to consider whether the candidate do well because of the resources available to him and whether he will be able to reproduce the same level of performance in a more limited environment. When I was headhunting, I come across headhunters that make a lot of money playing musical chairs by shuffling the same pool of candidates to different employers in the same industry, all eager to hire away from the competition to save some training costs or to gain an edge. Candidates get higher and higher pay without ever spending enough time on one job to prove their worth. But ironically, some of these employers also complain about staff job hopping, That's very interesting. So don't let eagerness to one-up a competitor or a bigger business be a reason for overpaying. Thank you for watching. My name is Manwa. I'm a professional business coach. I've coached business owners in 31 different industries over the past 19 years to grow their businesses. My clients are mostly SMEs, and 55% of which are first to second generation family businesses. I hope you learned something from this business nugget today. I hope your employee compensation plan allows you to attract and retain the best talent available. And I hope you have a plan to develop your own talent instead of playing musical chairs with your candidates and your competitors. If you need more help, each month, I do a limited number of free trial coaching sessions for business owners who meet these two criteria. Number 1, you have been in business for at least 3 years. Number 2, you turn over at least 2 million ringgit per year. My average client turnover is anything from 2 million to over 800 million ringgit per year. Now, every business owner can only sign up for one free trial session. I included this condition because recently some businesses have been registering after each video, expecting a free session every couple of weeks. Hey guys, let's play fair, okay? Now hit the link displayed to book your session now. I look forward to serving you soon. Thank you.